Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Flipataku. Welcome to a new manga first impressions video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. A lot of the newer series coming out haven't really caught my eye, but this was announced last year, and I was super excited. But as time goes on, I forgot about it until my boy Zach from Uchu Shelf, who made this amazing thumbnail, by the way, reminded me that this was coming out. And we're talking about Ghost in the Shell, the Human Algorithm. Now, Ghost in the Shell is a franchise that needs no introduction. If you're even remotely interested in anime or manga, you have heard that name. And even if you haven't, it has influenced a lot of stuff that you probably have heard of. It was the main inspiration for the Wachowski sisters to write and direct the Matrix trilogy. Needless to say, it has cemented itself in our pop culture lexicon. Now, Ghost in the Shell started off as a manga, and the manga is very funny. There's a lot of slapstick humor, while still having some really hard sci-fi elements, and the liner notes in the manga are very detailed and very well thought out. It wasn't until it transitioned into the anime where I personally fell in love with. Ghost in the Shell 1, the first film, 2, Innocence, and Standalone Complex are my 3 absolute favorite things from this franchise. This franchise is a series of highs, mids, and some lows. You know, Standalone Complex is one of the rare animes I would rate a 10 out of 10. The first film and 2, Innocence, are incredible. Arise is meh. Second Gig is meh. And then that new Netflix adaptation was kind of as well. There's been games, manga. There's been a plethora of options when it comes to the Ghost in the Shell franchise. Now, where this takes place is right after Ghost in the Shell manga 1.5. So this is canonical to the manga. It is written by the same guy who adapted the Standalone Complex series into 3 novels. I haven't read those, but I heard that they were pretty good. And this is where I have my main issue with this series. And I'm going to talk negatives first because there is a lot to praise about this book. Visually, it looks like it belongs from the anime. And I love that about it. The art is very well done. The character designs are great. The members of Section 9 look better than ever. But a lot of the serious and quiet moments in this manga are interrupted with some almost like borderline, it almost crosses the line of very poor humor. And I'm all for a good joke, but when I am invested in a plot that's really dark and kind of goes places, and it can still go places because this is a ongoing series, the humor was a little bit of a turn off for me. And I've said this a lot about manga before. If I want humor, I want to read a comedy manga or watch a comedy anime. I don't want to insert it into something that for me is all about philosophy. It's all about really, digging deep into what things mean. But that's the only negative I have, because everything else is great. The plot is great. The Major is missing. And while I love the Major as a character, she's the forefront of almost 99% of the Ghost in the Shell franchise. But here you dive into the other characters of Section 9. Bato does get a lot of screen time, but the other members do as well. And that's great because Section 9 is one of the main group of people in any franchise I've always been like, man, I really wonder more about those characters because they're so kick ass. It also introduces a couple new characters, but the Major's missing. Section 9 is investigating a series of dumps where these bodies are just dumped in this one spot and their parts are harvested. The Major's body could be one of them, and the mystery unfolds from there. And guys, it's such a good read. I couldn't put this down, and I had an absolute blast reading this. And it's one of the first times in a very long time where I've picked up a new series and been like, yes, I'm excited to read what's coming next. I usually give things a 3-volume rule, and my next video will be doing my second impressions of No Guns Life, because that's one of those things where Volume 1 was good, Volume 2 wasn't good, but everything else after that I've enjoyed a lot. Now the other bad thing, there is one other bad thing about the series, is that it's brand new, like September of last year. This is the first volume and it's ongoing. I believe it's monthly. So you know what date we're getting Volume 2? March of 2021. And it's I might actually break my own rule of buying digital issues or digital chapters, because I usually like to wait until it's in a physical format, because I want to know what happens next. I love these characters a lot. It's one of my favorite franchises. So I think I'm going to be doing that. But if you guys are even remotely interested in cyberpunk, sci-fi, or anything, and even if you don't know anything about Ghost in the Shell, just go watch the first movie, watch maybe 2 or 3 episodes of Standalone Complex if you can only watch 2 or 3 episodes of Standalone Complex, because it is fucking perfect. You could go into this without knowing almost anything. It's been a long time since I've read the original manga, and even though this is technically canonical with that, I still went in and had a great time and wasn't lost at all. And guys, those are my thoughts on Ghost in the Shell Human Algorithm, one of the biggest surprises of 2020 for me personally. I completely forgot it was coming out, and then when I saw that it got published, I was beyond excited. And luckily, my local Barnes and Noble has drive up. You can just drive up. They put it in a bin. You go and get it, and it's contactless delivery. So guys, thank you so much, and also I want to say thank you for 5K. We have 5K, guys. That is insane. If you guys, I'm gonna do a 5K Q&A video. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. If you guys want to talk about the manga, do you guys like Ghost in the Shell? Let me know what you guys think down below. And yeah, I'm excited. I feel rejuvenated. I'm gonna be making more content soon, guys. So thank you so much for sticking with me, and we'll see you guys next time.